the planet. Keep it fast, standing, standing, standing. Red alert, red alert, red alert, yeah. Got the dirt on my soul, no grandstanding. No nasty, not even if it's old dark 30. Street made, even dirt roads, highway 30. 50, 40, 90, that'll get you 30. That's a clean sweep. Even
Welcome to Red Alert Houston Rockets Zone. I'm Hope Champion. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and drop Clutch City in the comments. And lock in to hear Daily Rockets talk.
Yo, what's up, man? This is Houston Rockets Red Alert, and we coming to you unchained, uncut, unfiltered. It's time to sound the alarm. All right. Tonight, your Houston Rockets take on the great otherworldly Washington Wizards. Tonight's going to be an epic game of two very dominant teams with a lot to look forward to. I mean, there's so much to look forward to in this game that if you're not ready for this game, you are sleeping. Get your popcorn ready. Tonight's game is going to be amazing. People, listen to me. Get your popcorn ready. Extra butter, extra salt. Well, not extra salt because I don't really like too much salt. But get your extra butter. If you know what I'm saying, if you got you a little bit of that movie theater butter that you can sprinkle on, take that with you to the couch. Get you a couple of tasty beverages of choice. You get those ready. Get your feet propped up and get ready for tonight. Tonight's going to be a great game. Just kidding. Just kidding. Tonight is going to be probably, a replay of what we experienced a lot of in the last month, And to be totally honest, I'm kind of looking at the NBA and saying they scheduled us a bunch of bullshit at the beginning of the year, seeing as though how, Boston had a hurt guy. We had 2 games out the gate, and one of them we should have won. Dallas got hurt guys all through it. And then we had Victor Wembanyama, which I know that we all really pretty much thought we were going to win that game. But, that's neither here nor there. So, after a good game against the Milwaukee Bucks, the Rockets continue the East Coast slide by visiting. Oh no, I think we're at home tonight. Let me go back and check. At any rate, we playing the Washington Michael Jordanless, Gilbert Arenas-less, John Wall-less, Bradley Beal-less, Jordan Poole-less Wizards. A team with a full arsenal of Alex Sarr and Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore is probably the most exciting player on that team right now. And we gave him away for 2 second-round picks. So that could kind of tell you what this game is going to look like. It's essentially saying we're playing an okay first overall pick and 2 second-round picks. It's essentially what we're saying. 2 second-year picks that's been here for 4 years. That's essentially it. Who's the coach? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what the coach name is? If anybody could tell me what the coach name is, I'll just shut the stream down because that's way more than what I know. That's way more than what I even had time to think about. Actually, to be 100% with you, to be 100%, I don't even know why I'm doing the stream. I should just, I could have just kept working, kept doing what I was doing, and not even got on here. Because tonight's game has no significance other than the fact we're going to get to see Cam Whitmore, and he should be on a warpath. But what? Well, what does it matter if Cam Whitmore is on a warpath tonight? What does it matter if Cam Whitmore has something to prove? Nothing. Tonight's game had absolutely zero significance And I mean, other than the fact that, you know, I'm a Houston Rockets fan, it would almost be no reason to even watch this game. It would almost be no reason to watch this game. I mean, literally. If I told you that I could drink me a cold drink and go directly to sleep right now, you say, yeah, I could too. The only people who are excited about tonight's game are people that have something invested in tonight's game. I being one, because I get to come on here and I get to talk about it. Talk about it with, you know, the little community that we have established here, which I'm highly grateful for being a part of. Now, with that being said, I said almost nothing to look forward to. Almost, and when I say almost, I mean like if I squint real hard and I cut the lights on real bright, I got a disco ball, a magnifying glass, some candles. I might can find one speck of something that might be exciting in this game. And if you know me, you know it's the tax collector. The only thing, the only thing that I'm getting up for this game tonight, the only thing that can make me excited tonight is for Reed Shepard to continue his upslide. That's it. That's it. It's literally nothing else. It's literally nothing else to look forward to. We come out, we stomp on another team. Okay, cool. Apple Shangoon, 25, 30 points. Kevin Durant, 25, 30 points. Amin Thompson, 20, 25, 30 points. Who cares? Who knows? Jabari can get 20, 25. If Jabari got 40 points, maybe I'd be excited. If Jabari or LP gets the best of Alex Saw, okay, cool. No harm, no foul. Nothing. If Tari went for 30, so what? Tari could literally have a 30-point game with 0 turnovers. I wouldn't even flinch. I'd come back on this stream tomorrow and I'd be like, oh yeah, Tari had 30 and Tari had 30 and no turnovers. So what? If Josh Okogie or Jayshawn Tate had 25 points, okay, that's I ain't gonna lie. That'll be something. That'll be something. To flinch about. I'd be flinching. I'd be flinching. You know what I mean? I'd be flinching. What I'm saying. But if anything was to go exceptionally well, above and beyond my wildest imagination tonight, I would not even care because tonight's game has no ramifications at all. The only thing that's going to get me out of my seat tonight is Billy the Kid, Wide Earth, Doc Holliday-esque shooting display by one Isaiah Reed Shepard. His mama called him Isaiah. I'm going to call him Isaiah. Because that's the only thing that has changed in the past couple of games. Nothing else has changed really. Yes, we fine-tuned. We've got some things together. We look a little better now than we did a couple of days ago. Okay, woody-wop. But if you really break it down to brass tacks, this is what you got. You got KD, his job is to be better than Jalen Green. You got Albert Shangoon, who is 3 points higher than his average last year. He's two more assists higher than he was last year, 3 points higher than he was last year. Okay, that's a step. We expected LP to take a step up. You got Jabbar who's shooting the ball consistently. Okay, that's what we expected him to be. We got Amin Thompson doing pretty much the same thing he was doing last year, a little bit down on defense, but a little bit up on offense. Okay, that's what it was. Everything was expected. Everything was expected. There was only one unknown. There was only one unknown. And as we watch that unknown, we're starting to know. But we're not sure. But we're not sure. Tonight could be assurance. Blessed assurance. Tonight could actually be assurance. You come out, you got a young team, probably soft tanking again, but probably hard tanking to be honest. But another one of those situations where you have faster guards. Guards are gonna be fast, they're gonna be young, they're gonna be spry, they're gonna want to go at your head, they're gonna try to get the best of you. And those kind of guards give Reed Shepard more problems than veteran guards. Be honest. Be honest. The fast, quick guys. I'm young. I'm fast. I'm quick. I'm feisty. I'm hungry. Trying to make a name for myself. I'm trying to sow my raw oats. They getting in your shit, whether they know how to play basketball or not. I might not know how to play basketball, but they're gonna attack you like they trying to make a name for themselves. Those kind of guards are a problem for Reed Shepard. And with that being the case, he might be the only person on the team that could possibly have a problem with this team tonight. But if he was to overcome that problem and he was to continue shooting the ball like a gunman, then tonight would be an exciting night. Other than that, nothing exciting about tonight. Nothing exciting about tonight. So what am I going to be looking for? What am I going to be looking for? Even if he misses shots, even if Reed misses shots, if Reed was to go 0 for 7, 0 for 8, I'm cool with it because you can have a bad shooting night. If he turned the ball over 2, 3 times, I'm cool with it because we know he's still young. He still can make rookie mistakes in the sense. But by the same token, if he shoot 8 shots and he goes 5 for 8, that's 15 points. And Reed Shepard is already like tied with Tari Eason for points off the bench. And he comes in tonight and he has one of those games where he continues what he's been doing. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to run around my room like the Muppets, waving my hands in the air, screaming like Kermit the Frog, knocking over beer cans. I'm going to go crazy. Reed Shepard hits big shots and has another night because consistency is something we don't have from the perimeter. Yes, Tari has been okay. But other than Tari Eason, you could argue that other than Tari Eason, the most consistent shooter has almost been Alperen Sengun, which is insane. I mean, yeah, I know Jabbar. I know it's somebody, you know, driving their car that just almost crashed trying to text me and jump in the chat and say that Jabbar has been more consistent than Alperen Sengun. But I mean, hyperbolically speaking, it's almost been like Jabari, Tari, and LP, like right there together. They all shooting about the same, which is crazy. And so consistency from the perimeter shooting the ball is something that we absolutely need. Yeah, Kevin Durant shot 100% for 3 last game. That's an outlier. It's an anomaly that he hasn't been shooting the ball like that. Definitely not consistently. So just that Reed is right now already the most consistent shooter that we have on our team. And if he keeps it up and he actually makes he actually proves that he's the staple of shooting on this team, for lack of better words, then that's gonna be something to be excited about. All right. Now, before I, go a whole hour talking about how important it is that Reed Shepard has another good game, I'll just get into some stats. It's almost 7 o'clock. Um, let's just actually look at the stats. Hey, what up, Chad? When y'all come in the building, man, leave some likes. Leave some likes when you come in the building. Appreciate your likes, man. I appreciate your subscriptions. Appreciate your likes and your subscriptions. Thank you all. Hey, look, okay, so Kevin Durant with 25 points a game. And I know, people say, well, it's 24.8. But again, I say, look, you got 24.8 grapes. How many times do you got to put your hand to your mouth to eat all the grapes? 25 times. So it's 25 points, even if it's 0.1. If you want to eat all the grapes in the bowl, you got to put your hand to your mouth 25 times. So I'm going to say it's 25 points. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and I'm going down on the assists because it's 0.1. I mean, I know that's contradictory, but, you know, I'm only really going down because some of those assists was like, I mean, I might as well say 4 for that because the gravity, what's the word? What's the right word? The basically the way he was passing the damn ball, you know what I mean? It's worth giving him an extra point for having 3 assists because he was on some other shit passing last week. He did get a little bit better, and I like I said, I've broken down KD's passing. It's really not he's a bad passer. It's certain areas of the floor when the trap come that it's hard for him to swing it. But one steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 3 fouls a game. And 3 fouls a game, I think, is one of the best scores, one of the best stats that Kevin Durant has. 3 fouls a game. That means he getting physical out there. That means he getting physical. So shout out to KD for getting physical. Get 3 fouls and get 1 more foul. Get 1 more foul. Get your fouls up. Get your fouls up, bro. Get your fouls up because you know why? They can't call all them fouls on you. You Kevin effing Durant, bro. Kevin effing Durant. If you got 3 fouls, try to get 5. Try to get 5. See if they'll give you 2 more fouls. I don't think they're gonna give you 2 more fouls. I believe you can get away with a little more physicality, but I can definitely appreciate the 3 fouls that you got and attribute that to physicality. Now, Alperen Şengün. Alperen Şengün. Got that shit straight out of Turkey, boy. 23 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, 8 assists a game. Call it like you see it. Call it like you see it. 23, 10, and 8. That's all-star even in the old system. Even in the old structure of the all-star game, that's still all-star numbers with almost 2 steals and a block. 3.3 personal fouls. LP, you don't need no more fouls. You don't need no more fouls because you already hella aggressive on offense. And I'd be a little skeptical that a good defender is gonna start taking charges on some of those spin moves. I'm a little worried about the spin moves and that people that know that you like it. But you do spin right and left depending on where you at. He will spin either way on you. He'll spin left, he'll spin right. So, but I'm a little worried about people picking up on your spin game and starting to take charges. You know, sometimes be looking like he out of control. You don't really need no fouls. But these are great numbers from Alperen Şengün, knowing that he was going to have to take a leap this year and 3 more points than what he was making last year. 4 as you counting, and going up almost 4 assists is good for LP. We need him to do just that. Obviously, shoot the ball a little bit better. Some of those points be at the free throw line, but the play at the end of last game where he was just crossing over Giannis Antetokounmpo, I was trying to pull it up. I didn't get to pull it up but I know by now everybody saw it. I know by now everybody saw it. Um, that's crazy ball handling skills, bro. That's crazy ball handling skills for 6'11" out there dribbling that bitch like Steve Nash, bro. Out there dribbling that bitch around in circles, looking like a big Bob Cousy out there, just dribbling that bitch around in circles around a nigga. That's crazy. Around a former DPOY at that. Big Bob Cousy, man. That's Big Bob Cousy. Um, we're gonna call him Alfred Shin Guard. Alfred Shin Guard, man. And then Ahmed Thompson was 18 points a game. Okay, he right where we figured he'd be 18, 7 and 5, 18, 7 and 6, somewhere around there. You know, remember 20, 10, 5, 2, and 2. Remember these numbers because he off a little bit from what I said I would like to see him do this year, but he's far away from what I said I wanted him to do defensively. And they kind of fucking up his historic defense because it'll be better if Reed Shepard becomes our point guard. But like I said, if he was able to average 20, 10, 5, 2, and 2, which if he was at the small forward position, he would be. He would easily average 20, 10, 5, 2, and 2 if he was at the small forward position. Um, but 18, 7, 5, 1, and 1, not bad. Seeing as though how, you know, he is still under 3 turnovers a game with 2.7 turnovers a game. Mind you, LP got 4. LP is at 4, and Amin is at 3. Jabari Smith Jr. is shooting 14 and is scoring 14 points a game on 32 minutes, 33 minutes. But he also giving you 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a block and a steal. Very little turnovers, very little fouls. He's just a model of consistency. Um, all over, all around game. Then you got Tar. And the misconception about Tar is just a blundering blunder of idiocy, just goofy, just turning the ball over. Every time he touches it, it's a turnover, and he's just kicking the ball off his foot. A big clumsy goofball. That's just a misconception about Tar Eason. I think you see 1, 2 turnovers by Tar, and then you say, goofy turnover, man. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a block, 2 turnovers. And other than Jabbar and Reed Shepard, Tar has the least amount of turnovers out of that group of people. Other than Jabbar, who just strictly catches and shoots, and Reed Shepard, who, plays less minutes than Tar, Tar has the least amount of turnovers, and he's doing it on 25 minutes a game. Okay. Isaiah Reed Shepard at 11.2 points a game. Get your badass 2 rebounds. Get your badass 3 assists. Badass 1.3 steals and 1.3 blocks on 1.3 turnovers a game. 1.6 fouls a game. Assist to turnover ratio is 2.4. So, Isaiah's looking good with the assist to turnover ratio. 2.4 assist to turnovers, not bad. Not bad. Obviously the highest on the team. And then the man of the hour is your Messiah, Josh Okogie. 8.6 points a game, 1.9 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.3 steals. He finna do a triple or for real, a quadruple single. Um, point nothing, point nothing, and 2.3 fouls. Okay, cool. That's cool in the game. 2.0 assist to turnover ratio. All right, on 22 minutes. Yeah, 22 minutes a game. And Steven Adams, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, or 1.5, in case you're betting. Um, you know, probably like a steal a game, probably like point 0.5, a half a block a game. 1.1 turnovers and 2.3 personal fouls. Okay. Now then, obviously everybody else is, you know, low hanging fruit, but 4 points for Clint Capella, 3 points for Aaron Holiday, 3 points for Jeff Green, 2 points for JD Davidson, and a whole point and a half, or 1.2 for yours truly, Jay Sean Tate. You know what I mean? But Clint Capella also gives you 5 rebounds a game too. 5 rebounds and like right at 1 block. Very little fouls. Very little fouls for Clint Capella. What up with your Archon? Salutes to you, Archon. Back in the building. Back in the building. Appreciate you stopping through. So, um, I mean, to be totally honest, our scoring is so far ahead of the other team. Let me just pull up the other team stats, and then I'll let you know how I feel about it. I think it's I think I think the end all, how you say, the end all be all of tonight's game is really gonna be how do we fare against young teams with our bench. Well, we know what our starters gonna do. We know what our starters gonna do. But can we get Kevin Durant going early so he can go sit down? Or do you want to just let him sit early? Like, bring him in, let him get a little burn, and then let him go sit down. Get a little 20-point lead or whatever. Let him go sit down and let him rest, and don't even let him come back in. Let him go ahead and sit down. Don't even let him come back in. But I know how it is. Like, you in Washington, that's like his hometown type shit, ain't it? He always liked to perform in Washington, and then you got Cam Whitmore. Are we there? Are we here? Let me look this up, because I done said that shit like 2 times. Let me look around. Let me look around and see. I don't know why I think we in Washington tonight. And I think I looked at it and it said we was in Houston. So I could just be misspeaking. A fraud ass slip. Yeah, we in Toyota. Could be a fraud ass slip. What's good with your Buck Mo in the building? Buck Mo in the building. Okay, we piling in. We piling in this thing. We packed up in here, man. Packed up in here with the crew. Packed up in here with the crew. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. Y'all feel like me? This gonna be a boring ass game? This gonna be a boring ass game or what? Um, but okay. Alex Saw is averaging 19 points a game, 8.5 rebounds, 4 assists, you know, almost 3 blocks a game. Dang. Alex Saw, what you been on? What been on that LeBron pack? CJ McCollum, 17 points a game. I thought you was hurt, Brody. Your ass need to be not playing, man. You old as shit. That nigga older than Kevin Durant out here shooting. 17 points a game. Get your 4 rebounds, get your 4 assists, a steal, you know, no turnovers barely. CJ McCollum doing what CJ McCollum do. Probably all middies. 17 points, all middies. All midi work. That's gonna be Josh Okogie assignment right there. Oh no, probably. I wonder if Josh Okogie gonna be on Alex or Trey Johnson. Or Trey Johnson. 6'5" Trey Johnson. First round, 6 pick out of Texas. Um, Trey Johnson is having a decent, last couple of games. Friday, he scored 19 and had 3 rebounds, shot 75% from three against Cleveland, you know, which, up and coming players tend to get lucky, but 50% against New York. He shot 50% against Boston. He shot 75% against Cleveland. He had a bad game against Dallas, and then he turned around in Detroit and shot 50% against Detroit. So, you know, other than that 16% game he shot against Dallas, that got him at 37.5%. He's literally shooting 48.1% on the road from three. So, you know, Trey Johnson can get you some action. All right. Keyshawn George. I have no idea about Keyshawn George. I don't really know too much about him. I done heard the name a couple times, but started 3 games, 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, so on and so forth. Let me see. Okay. Look. And then you got your boy. Then you got your boy. Bilal Coulibaly. Kalu Man, Koulibaly. Bilal Koulibaly. Ricky Bobby, Kalua. We just gonna call him Kalua, man. 10 points a game, 4 rebounds, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. That's an all around player right here. 1 steal, 1 block. Hey, this little guy right here, but like he want to try to get it in. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Chris Middleton. Everybody know Chris Middleton. Used to be a bucket. Chris Middleton used to be a bucket. Now, a bucket of slop, a bucket of dumpster juice. I say that, and then he'll come out and hit like 7 or 8, 9 threes, and then Buckmore will be all in the chat talking about you said Chris Middleton was trash. The old ass niggas up out of here, man. And I be saying it like I'm young when they older than me. I'm older than them, but I don't play basketball, so you know I talk. You can never be too old to talk. Never be too old to talk. 10 points a game for Chris Middleton, 4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, a steal, no blocks, no turnovers, 4 fouls a game. Chris Middleton has been hella physical. Keyshawn George and Chris Middleton leading their team in fouls. I'm looking to go at Keyshawn George. I'm looking to go at Chris Middleton, try to get them in foul trouble early. And then we got yours truly. Yours truly. Oh no, let me do this. Marvin Bagley. Let's do Marvin Bagley and Corey Crisper first. Cause Marvin Bagley been around the world and now yeah. I've been sorry. Been sorry since he was born. This nigga here supposed to be way better than what he is. This right here, you know what? Marvin Bagley remind me of Andrew Wiseman. Ain't that his name? Andre Wiseman, Andrew Wiseman from one that went to Golden State. He was basically our version of Jalen Green, is what I'm saying. But Jalen has had some level of success. These two cats just did not get off the ground, bro. Two guys, big ass Hashim the beat looking ass niggas, could have been way better than what they is, bro. But they cannot. They cannot seem to can't get right. Archon. Hey, you make a good point. You make a good point, Archon. They gonna be competitive for about 3 quarters because they young. Even if them 3 quarters ain't back to back quarters, it might be the second quarter, but it might be the first quarter, the second quarter, and the fourth quarter. It might be the second quarter, then the fourth quarter and overtime. But we don't know. We don't know. I don't even, you know what, to be honest, to be 100% honest, real spill. This the real honest truth right here. We need to get them, we need to pack them on up and get them out the way though. We need to pack them up. Nah, man, this ain't gonna be no good game, bro. This ain't gonna be no good game. Come on, Bug Mode. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me, Bug Mode. This can't be no good game. The only thing good about this game should be is if Reed Shepard come out and bust ass. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that could possibly be. The only thing possibly good can come out of this game. Just like I said earlier, if Tari Eason scored 45 points and didn't have no turnovers and had like 5 assists, I still wouldn't be. I would come in here and be like, oh yeah, Tari Eason had 45 points, man. So what? So what? Nothing good can come out of this game. It's nothing good. If Jay Tate and Josh Okogie had 25 apiece, if Jay Tate and Josh Okogie had 25 apiece, that would be a little bit exciting. That's the kind of thing that would make this game exciting. Other than that, only Reed Shepard. Only Reed Shepard being like, 5 for 9, 6 for 10, 7 for 12. It's like Reed Shepard have like a 7 3-point game. If Reed Shepard have a 7 3-point game tonight, like I said, I'm spazzing. I'm spazzing tonight. I'm gonna be all back on the stream. I guarantee you, if Reed Shepard hit 7 threes tonight, I'm coming right back on the stream as soon as the game go off. Screaming, waking up the babies, everything. I'm gonna be all on the Reed Shepard. I'm gonna be all on the mic like that, screaming and hollering in y'all ear. But other than that, Kevin Durant can hit 79 points, and I'll be like, oh yeah, Kevin Durant had 79 points tonight, man. 79 points and 6 threes, 4 rebounds. That was a good game for Kevin Durant. Alper Sengun had 56 points. That was a good game for LP. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. That's about how I feel about any team playing Washington right now. Like, you beat Washington, especially after we just lost to San Antonio. Like, the only thing I want to do is see progression and see us beat good teams now. Anything other than beating a good team, Justin Champagnie. Hey, now I'm gonna tell you who will that Justin Champagnie. He will get off. Justin Champagnie will get off on you if he get in the game. Tristan Vucevic. They got some players on here, man. Bub Carrington. They got some players on here that can shock you. They got some players on here that can shock you. But Alex Saw shooting 32% from 3 on 3.1 attempts. CJ McCollum is actually attempting 7 3-pointers a game and shooting 37%. That's not bad, but bro, you think CJ McCollum finna get off 7 threes on us tonight? If CJ McCollum get off 7 threes on us and Reed Shepard don't get off 12 threes, slapping the dog shit out of somebody. Keyshawn George shooting a whopping 45% on 5. attempts a game. Cheese and rice. And then Trey Johnson shooting 5 attempts and shooting 37%. So them two guys right there can be a big difference maker when they shooting 5 attempts a game and hitting that 40%. I mean, like between CJ McCollum, Trey Johnson, and Keyshawn George, you know, they shooting a good 41. They're shooting a good 41% between the three of them. And then you got Corey Crisper who's shooting 41%. Then you got Bub Carrington who's shooting 42%. And Corey Crisper shoot 4 a game, Bub Carrington shoot 3 a game. So they shoot a decent number of threes, all at a high clip. All at a high clip. Um, Obviously CJ McCollum is 80% free throw shooter, and Trey Johnson is a 93%, 92% free throw shooter. Um, Anything I'm really missing here? Anything that's creeping between the lines on me? Alex Saw is shooting 51% from the field, so I mean that's not bad. Corey Chris was shooting 52% from the field, and Marvin Bagley is shooting 64% from the field on 4.6 field goal attempts. So I mean, to keep it a stack. They probably better on paper than what they been in real life, but something about these cats just don't to keep it a stack. Yeah, they don't really scare me like that. I'm not really expecting no real smoke from these dudes. Let's see. I'm not really expecting no real smoke from these dudes at all, to be honest. But if they happen to get off, if they happen to get off, it'll be it'll be a surprise. It'll be a surprise if they do. Um, let's see what time is it? 7 o'clock. Okay, so let's get into some of this real basketball jargon type shit. Let's get into some of this basketball jargon type shit. Which player we want to watch tonight in tonight's game? The player to watch in tonight's game is going to be Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson, you know what? Let me walk that back. Let me get the people what they want. Let me get the people what they want. Cam Whitmore had a 19-point game. Cam Whitmore was getting buckets against was that Boston or whatever, Cleveland, somebody he was getting buckets against. I think if he's not in the doghouse over there, Cam Whitmore gonna try to get buckets. And he's played against Torrey Eason. He's played against Jabari Smith Jr. He's played against Amin Thompson. He's played against Alperen Sengun. You know, he know a little bit more about him than these other guys. So he might have a slight advantage over some of these other cats when it comes to playing this particular team. Now, Trey Johnson is an up and coming, good player. So is Alex Saw. But I expect that they're gonna be under wraps. It would be a guy like it would be a guy like Cam Whitmore that catch you off guard and really give you real life troubles. Especially especially in a game where he's coming home for the first time since being traded. Right? Especially especially coming home on a game where especially coming home for the first time since being traded. I think so. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. In tonight's game, tell me who y'all think the player to watch is tonight. Tell me who y'all think the player to watch is tonight. Do y'all agree that the player to watch is probably gonna be Alper Shango? I think it's gonna be LP. I mean not Alper Shango. I mean I think it's gonna be probably gonna be Cam Whitmore. If I had to guess. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's the cap? What's the cap, man? Let me know. Let me know. that ain't, you don't think that's the guy to watch? You don't think he can come out with a vengeance and put up some numbers on us? So who's the guy from the other team that you think we got to watch out for tonight? Trey Johnson? You going with Trey Johnson? I mean, cause I could agree with Trey Johnson. You say you say Trey Johnson is that boy. I could I could agree with that. I'm not gonna argue with it necessarily. Hmm. Um. Let's see. Let's see. Cortez in the building. What's up with you, Robert Cortez? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Robert Cortez. You with me? You with me? Cam Whitmore. I think that's the guy we gotta watch out for, man. I think that's the guy we gotta watch out for. You never know, man, with Cam Whitmore. Cause I mean, our calories, our calories are not created equal tonight. All the calories that they score tonight gonna be empty calories. But I mean, as far as somebody who I think gonna be trying to give us work, I think Cam Whitmore gonna be trying to give us real work tonight. You know, then that's true too. That's true. Buckmo says Tari for the Rockets and Cam Whitmore for Washington. I definitely think Tari can be. I definitely think Tari can be the X factor for the night game. I definitely think Tari can be the X factor for tonight's game. And to be 100% honest, I think I'm gonna roll with you on that one for the X factor for tonight's game for the Houston Rockets. I think that, and the reason I say that is because um when it comes to getting Kevin Durant off the floor, when it comes to getting Kevin Durant off the floor and getting him rest, ah man, come on, Buckmo, you dirty, you petty, bro, you petty, bro. When it comes to getting Kevin Durant off the floor and getting him rest tonight, it's gonna mean a couple of things. It means he's gonna have to come out and go ahead and get some buckets, so he comfortable with his stats, help us get that lead, and then the minute he come out the game, when we bring in Reed Shepard and Tar Eason got to pick up the slack. He got to put his foot on the gas because here's the facts. Here's the facts, Tar. It's nobody on this team that should be better than you overall if you a top 100 player. Y'all want to clip something? Y'all want to clip a fact and take this shit take this shit global? Nobody on this Washington Wizards team should be better than Tari Eason if he's a top 100 player. according to him. Nobody. It shouldn't be nobody on the team that's better than him. He should literally dominate when he gets on the floor. That's exactly right. Tari say he a top 100 player. Tari say he a top 100 player. And I'll be honest with you. I looked up the stats. Per 36, he got an argument. Per 36, he got an argument for a top 100 player in the league. Now, mind you, it's only 400 players in the league. So that's like saying I'm better, I'm better than 75% of the players. You know, no, I mean all around, all around, all around. Because you could say, for the numbers that he was putting up last year, and he could have been doing better. But the long and short of it is, his defensive stats were so crazy last year that you would have really had to say defensive stats and rebounding and being able to go out and average, get you 20 points a game, and then put up them kind of defensive numbers was crazy, to be honest, to be totally honest. You know. That being said, check out the Tari Eason mini doc on the channel if you want to see more about Tari Eason stats. Um, what else? What else? What else? Where was it? Where I was at? Oh yeah, getting Kevin to run off the court. Getting Kevin to run off the court tonight. Getting Kevin to run off the court tonight is going to make a very integral of Tari Eason a very integral part of tonight's success, because by him being effective and him, dominating, especially if you coming off with the damn second unit. If you coming off with the damn second unit, and basically in a nutshell, you get in there with the second unit, nobody on that second unit should even be close. Nobody on the second unit should even be close to you, no kind of way. You should be able to dominate the second unit. You should have multiple steals. You should have multiple blocks, rebounds, tips, loose ball deflections, diving all over, and make sure that Kevin Durant don't have to be in the game. Get his ass out the game. And you should play so good that Ime Udoka don't want Kevin Durant back in the game. No, no. I mean, look, he should play. He should come out early because, like I said, he's from Washington. He might have fans in the stands. He might have homeboys or something that flew in. We don't know. We don't know. But it's Washington. So yeah, he should play. He should play. But he shouldn't play long. He should play until we get a lead. Tari should come in. When Tari and Reed get in the game, Tari should take over the fucking game. Between Tari and Reed, they should take over the game and put this team down by 20 early. And Kevin Durant should have a long night resting on the bench. Like literally, we should Peter roll these boys. It ought to be Peter roll. Peter roll. For those of y'all who don't know Peter roll, that's 21-0. 21-0 skunk. That's 21-0 skunk. They should they shouldn't even score. They shouldn't even really even score like that. Let me catch up with y'all, man. Let's see. Reed ready to pick Cam Pocket all night. Hey, Reed gonna get dunked on if Reed get down there playing with Cam. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Cam dunking on LP tonight. Cam better not try LP, man. He better try somebody else. Cam better try Clint Capella or somebody, man. Cam better try Clint Capella or somebody. Even though LP don't got no hot, LP got impeccable timing. He not just gonna let you just go in there and bang bang boogity on him. He gonna meet you at the rim. So you're gonna have to be hella up there if you're gonna try to dunk Al Peasy. If he dunks on Shangoon Jabbar, it may lay him out. Facts. Facts. Hey, we get right. It might be some fisticuffs. We might get into some skullduggery. We might get into a little skullduggery out there tonight, man. If we get into a little skullduggery, I wouldn't be surprised. But then they got some old heads on their team too. So with just CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton on the same team, they got some blue collar blue collar professionalism type guys. So it might not be too much. No shit. They should be able to go on a run when Cam is in since they know his tendencies. Facts. Facts. Fake a pass and make him jump. You know he gonna do this, Ron Cortez. You read the scouting report on this nigga or what? Ron Cortez said he read the scouting report on money. He said, yes, all you gotta do is fake a pass at him. He gonna jump in the middle of the lane like it's already over there. Then you just dive and go bang it. That's the scouting report on Cam. Rob Cortez gave y'all the scouting report. Come to Red Alert, get the scouting report from Rob Cortez. Rob Cortez will get y'all right on defense and on offense. Top what? You're top 100, boy. You know Tari Eason top. How my Buck won't say top 100 in turnovers? Y'all crazy, man. Cam play more than 18 minutes. Can the coach really afford his non-engagement, generally inactivity off the ball? Well, hey man, look. Here's a fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is the man got to play, man. The man got to play. Y'all can't afford. Look, they can afford that. What they can afford anything. They can afford anything. What they can't afford to do is sit over there and let Cam Whitmore look like he's not a good player because by doing that, you hurting yourself of potential asset building. You hurting yourself of having a potential asset that you can trade. Like in real life, true story, this is the problem. This is the problem. You a trash team. You a trash team. How do you know you're a trash team? You got Chris Middleton and CJ McCollum on your team. Both of them mid-range shooters. Why the hell are they there if you got Alex Saw as your the face of your franchise? You got two mid-range shooters. I mean, they can shoot threes, but basically two mid-range shooters and the face of your franchise as a center. That's not even smart team building. That's not even smart team building. If Alex Saw is the face of your franchise, I don't even need nobody to shoot the ball in the mid-range. Especially if you're not a ball handler that can just pass the ball and do this and that. If he want to get his own buckets and he want to be a Kevin Garnett type big man or whatever, why do I need two niggas who want to shoot the ball in the mid range? We're gonna get into the keys to the game in just a minute. We're gonna get into the keys of the game in just a minute. But what I am gonna do is I'm going to I gotta hit y'all with this flashback play of the game brought to you by KG1 clothing line.
There you go, big fella. 1 for 4 there.
Yep. The game. Hold on, let me see if I can get the volume over here for them. They gets the flagging niggas when niggas got the volume on. Let me see. All right, this is what I'm talking about. He done already crossed him up. Then he slowed him down, and then he crossed him up again. Then he spit to the. Oh my days, that's nasty work, LP. That's nasty work, Brody. That's nasty work. Let's look at it again. Let me see. Let me see what this is. Oh, close. They got the side view for him. Look at it. Oh, bang them behind the back. Oh, look at it. In and out to the turn, to the swivel on them, spin on them, swift Tasmanian devil style, flex on them, Viking. Big man, big nigga at your door. Ding dong, true life alert. Cross. Oh, look at the in and out dribble. Behind the back. Look at that. The one hand Bob Cousy. Oh, that's crazy work, LP. That's crazy work for the flashback play of the game. Crazy work for the flashback play of the game, man. That is absolutely insanity, man. What time is it? 2:25. Okay, let's get into the keys of the game. Let's get into the keys of the game, man. And let's see what y'all got. See what y'all got for me. Sorry, the franchise. Everybody else are just tank crew. CJ is the tank commander. That's diabolical. Cam trying to go for 50 tonight. You must mean he going for 50. He going where for 50 cents? He going to the donut shop for 50 cents? Take me to the donut shop. Totally exposed Bub Carrington with pressure. Get those turnovers. Okay. 2. What are the 3s they will jack? Oh, they're gonna hit. They're gonna shoot some 3. And 3, Jabari got to work. Should be a 20-point game for Jabari. Jabari.
Over basketball.
Oh, a basketball game, man. LP don't have a left hand, man. You seen all them crossovers and behind the back stuff he was doing? You bugging. You stone cold bugging, Brody. You stone cold bugging, man. Man, you come straight out of a comic book. I think it's time for me to leave. Hey. Let's see. I think overall, let's just KD should play as many games as he can, but I agree his minutes should be limited. No, KD should play. He should play as many games as he can, definitely. But I also think, I think load management for KD looks something like playing playing the amount of hours you would play if it wasn't, a game and running full speed when you don't have to be doing it. You know what I mean? Like if you already been working out and been practicing and doing this and that, I don't think you have to be out there, cutting and jumping and pushing and pressing off your Achilles and stuff like that. I know you had to reconstruct it and you probably, probably flexible around the ankles and shit like that. But I don't think you just I'm not I'm for one, I'm gonna give him time off. I'm gonna give him a week or so off somewhere in the season just to recuperate. Somewhere along the way in the season, I'm gonna be like, KD hurt. Oh yeah, he got, you know, glute soreness or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Gluten deficiency. You know, he took a trip to Uranus. There's a dad joke. I'm working on my dad jokes, man. I'm trying to get my dad jokes game up. Um, oh man, facts. Archon, that's a bailout. That's a bailout clapback right there. That's a bailout clapback because he remember Archon was talking about. Oh no, that was Smooth. That was talking about he wanted to get Jalen Brown. That wasn't Buckmore. That was Smooth. Smooth. That's his partner talking about Jalen Brown for Armin Thompson the other day. I, I looked at my cup. Hey look. He said that shit. I looked at my cup like, damn, what the hell was I drinking? I must I must have drunk some serious shit for me to hear somebody say trade Jalen Brown for Armin Thompson. What the hell is in my cup? Boy, you don't put that shit down, boy, you better. I knew something was wrong with me. I said, no, I got to be drinking the wrong thing. I must have mixed me some hottie toddy with some Everclear or something. I don't know what the hell in my cup. This boy say trade Armin Thompson for Jalen Brown. Smooth, what you on, man? What you on, Smooth? That boy been smoking Percocets. That boy smoking them Percocets, man. I don't even know what the hell going on no more. But let's see. My keys to the game. Let me just to see where we at to 7:30. Y'all already know. My keys to the game. I'm gonna tell you right after this.
Every show needs a spark. Ours, you. Step into the spotlight for a one-on-one fire debate. Call out a take, defend your own or a beat and teach masterclass. Winners earn bragging rights and rewards. Email redalert.rocketzone@gmail.com to lock your spot or choose a topic from our board. Thanks for supporting the movement. Tap subscribe, drop a like, and if you want to buy us a coffee, Cash App, $26KG1. Every show needs a spark, and you are ours. Salute to you.
All right, all right. Appreciate everybody staying with us, man. And you know, like she said, man, everybody need a spark, and over here, y'all lit. I appreciate your likes as you come in the door. Look to the top, right there at the top. If you swipe down, then you'll see the trusty thumbs up right there. You can click that for your boy one time. We get a trusty thumbs up over there. And if you look over here to your left, you'll see the subscribe symbol. If you hit the subscribe symbol, that means that when I say something next time, you can be notified and you can get here early so that you don't miss my early dialogues. Because a lot of times that's the best part of the show. And a lot of times y'all miss it. So hit the subscribe button so that way when I say the good shit early when I first come in and I'm on fire, you don't miss the on fire shit. The on fire shit, because that's where you get your nuggets of wisdom from. All right. Now, with that being said, let's get a little look. So, what did I start with last time? Last time, did I start with my defensive or did I start with my offensive? I think last time I started with the offensive. So let's kick off the defensive keys to the game. Hit it. Hit it. So my defensive keys to the game, I think is for one, you gotta limit the transition buckets, get stops, in transition. I don't I don't think we're gonna have problems as much locating that 3-point shooter. I've seen Ime make adjustments to clean that up. Um, I've seen Ime make adjustments to clean up that locating the man on defense in transition. But you know, one way to stop the transition, um, the transition buckets is don't turn over the ball as often, and to make sure that you aware of where the ball is. So just being ball savvy, knowing where the ball is when the ball coming off the glass, who got it, where they going, what they, who they is they kicking it up or is they dribbling it up, little things like that, filling the lanes, make sure you locate the shooter. So stopping them transition points is probably going to be my first key. My first key defensively for the game tonight. Hold on, I got some clicking and clacking going on for my phone. Um, also, let me see. My next key to the game. Oh yeah, bear with me. You know what I mean? I done ran out of water. Mouth a little parched over this mob. Mouth a little parched. Um, but another way to limit transition points is by crashing the boards. Crashing the boards. You want to crash the boards, um, and get those offensive rebounds. Houston has been one of the better offensive rebounds since Ime has been here. It has a lot to do with having that man in the dunker spot, um, which is one of the things that allows us to be good off the offensive rebounding team. Now, note, whenever I talk about offensive rebounding, I always talk about the difference between old school coaches and these great offensive minded coaches. The great offensive minded coaches, the Mike D'Antonis, the Rick Adelmans, the Steve Kerrs, and whatnots, what you know about those guys is a lot of times they have more spacing, and that's when you say we don't have enough spacing, we don't have enough spacing, and I'd be like, we do have spacing, we just don't space five out. The reason why a lot of these great defensive coaches are great defensive coaches is because they don't space five out on offense. Like, what the hell? What does that mean? What does it mean? It means it means that you get offensive rebounds and you keep them from scoring a lot of points. When you get offensive rebounds, guess what happens? You cut down the transition offense. So whereas a Mike D'Antoni would have you spaced five out, which means when they shoot the ball, you have no shot at getting the offensive rebound. Now they running it up your back. Pause. And that causes transition points. Where if you're these defensive coach, these old school coaches who like the offensive rebound, I'm not gonna sacrifice sound basketball, offensive rebound and banging the glass, being gritty. I'm not gonna sacrifice that for good offense. You're gonna have to play good offense in the confines or the construct of this system to where we can still get offensive rebounds, we can still bang the glass, and crashing the boards, getting second chance shots is gonna continue to capitalize. It's gonna flow. The shit goes in together. The shit goes in together. Number one and number two goes in together. And the other thing is, you really want them to, not be able to share the ball. You kind of want to try to make them isolation players. You don't want the offense to flow. You want to be disruptive. Try to make CJ McCollum be an isolation player. Try to make Chris Middleton into an isolation player because they don't really have it no more like they used to. Yeah, they can still do a little something, but neither one of those guys are going to beat you at the ripe old age they are. But if they can get to sharing the ball and they can get other guys involved in Trey Johnson and Cam Whitmore and Alex Saw, and everybody can just all be working together as a team and the ball get to moving from side to side. And then Chris Middleton hit a couple of three, and then CJ McCollum, he over there looking like a big version of Arnold or some shit, and he get to hitting a couple. Stephon Urkel with no glasses looking at. He get to hit a couple three, and you know what I mean. He looked like he went into the chamber and came out, looking cool and shit. And he hit a couple, and now they swinging the ball around, and everybody get to hitting three. And then before long, it's the game. It's a game just like what we went through in San Antonio. A team that don't supposed to beat us, because you have to make somebody. You have to make somebody break up their game plan. And if their game plan is to swing the ball and everybody get open looks, everybody getting open shots, everybody cutting, and you want to break that up. Make somebody try to beat you one on one with this team. And those are my three defensive keys to the game. Tell me what you think about that. Tell me what you think about that while I get into my offensive keys to the game. Let me see. Let me see. I mean more, man. What's up, I mean more? He say first thing you hear Tari Easton when he get on. Oh man, come on, bro. You know, I'm just trying to keep it real, man. Tari can have a 50-point game tonight, man. Tari might score 50. Tari might score 50 tonight. Come. What's that for? What's all the spaced out stuff for, man? What's all the spaced out stuff? But no, look. Okay. So look, here we go. Offensive keys to the game. Let me give you these offensive keys to the game as we start to wind down time. Looking like we got like 15, 20 minutes to go to the game time. And these offensive keys to the game are going to be very important for your Houston Rockets in order to accomplish the goal of getting the easy win and getting KD off the court, getting KD some rest tonight. Al Prince Shangoon is going to have to be more efficient. Want to get LP some touches close to the rim. Alex Saw averaging 4 blocks. Try to get him in foul trouble. Let's try to get Alex Saw in foul trouble. Let's get LP some touches at the rim. Collapse the defense. Kick out. Kick out. Kick out. Kick out. Backdoor cut to Armin. So getting LP established early. Joints at the rim. Maybe get a little foul trouble going. Alex Saw. Chris Middleton. Old buddy, what's his name? Buddy with the fouls over here. Keyshawn George. Try to get some of these cats in foul trouble. We need Al Pachengo. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Right. That was smooth. Smooth was on one. That boy was trying to argue everything. He was contradicting himself every other line, goddamn. But but yeah, trying to get them guys in foul trouble. Try to get them guys in foul trouble. Getting Al Pachengo shots at the rim is one way to do that. And so if you're able to get LP shots at the rim, you might get some early fouls. You'll at least get some kickouts. You know, get him some touches. He already scoring 23 points a game. You know, and we know how he likes to play against bigger. You know how he play big name centers or big name bigs. He like to get busy on guys who's supposed to have big names. So this could be one of those 35-point games for LP because I mean Alex Saw. I mean that's your king. 31 and 10, 31 and 13 on that dude. After what he just did to everybody else in the league, and mind you, I said early over the last couple of months, Alper Shangoon has just cooked all the MVPs in the league. Only don't get me started. King Louder pop up on the damn stream if I even say it right now. If I even say the Alper Shangoon cooking everybody, the he cooked and cooked Wemby, he done cooked Steph Curry, cooked Jokic, cooked Giannis 2 times. Everybody. He done cooked everybody. You got to be careful when you say Alper Shangoon good 2 times on the string because shit, it's about almost 8 o'clock. Boogeyman pop out and be like, read Shep, oh Shep. You know how King do. If I say Alper Shangoon name 2 times, King gonna pop out a bowl of rice and be like, oh Shep. My nigga. My nigga. All right, let me get to the rest of these keys to the game, man. I'm over here shucking and jiving with y'all. Look, we got to hit threes to stay efficient. Mind you, I could have saved this for last because I could have went on about this for the rest of the stream. But mind you, things to pay attention to when I say hit threes and stay efficient. If Reed Shepard doesn't have an efficient shooting night, but he does these two things, if he does these two things and he shoots bad, don't worry about it. Just remember, these is good shots. One, come off the screen and shoot immediately. Somebody give you a screen, they create any kind of space for you, you shoot the ball, that's your job. If somebody sets you a screen, they sacrifice their body, they risk getting hit knee to knee. Somebody could nut check them while they trying to set you a screen. Anything can happen while they trying to set you a screen. If they create any kind of space for you, Isaiah, you shoot the rock. You shoot the ball. Let it rip. Let it fire. Fire your regular pistol. Pop, pop, pop. Don't you shoot that little shit no more. Don't you shoot that little shit. You made me shoot my brother in the back of the head, man. Pop, pop, pop. Fire your regular pistol, Reed Shepard. As soon as you get an inch of daylight, your job is to shoot. That's the number one thing. If he does that, don't matter if he make it or miss it. Don't matter if he make it or miss it. It's his job to shoot it. The next thing is, if he slides into open spots on the court, he's positioned somewhere, the defense shades. When the defense shades a little bit that way to where they cut off the passing lane, and he drifts into an open spot in the middle of the defense, well, not in the middle, but to where it's a passing lane, he drifts into that open to where that passing lane is accessible, and he shoots that, make it or miss it, it's a good shot. Make it or miss it, it's a good shot. Those are the two things that, to me, I want to see from Reed Shepard shooting the ball. Now, the extensions of those things are, yes, coming down off a screen without the ball and catching the ball and shooting it. That's big too. That's big as well. Catching the ball on the move, turning and shooting, that's big as well. Also coming down, creating off the dribble, which, walking into a three or running into a three in his sense, because I like it. I like better for him when he's moving fast and he slows down into a three rather than walking into it and speeding up. I like when he's dribbling fast and he slows down into a three. His man is backing up and he can get his foot and jump straight up. As soon as that man take a step backwards and he realize, oh, he going backwards. Boom, step up. Now, as far as the other stuff, it don't really matter. Staying efficient from distance. Tar Easton had a bad shooting night. We need him to get back on track. Tar has been stable for us, shooting the ball off the bench. Him and Reed both averaging a little bit over 11 points. So that off the bench deal, we need those guys to be consistent overall. But Jabari is probably the most consistent three-point shooter on our starting lineup. Jabari has got to be consistent, and we need Alper Şengün and KD to be more consistent. So just being consistent from distance overall, bang, bang, I shoot you down. Bang, bang, you hit the ground. Bang, bang, I used to shoot you down. All right? Next thing is, like I was saying earlier about defense, we have to make sure to get the second chance opportunities. But I want to layer that with the first thing, getting the ball to Alper Şengün and getting open shots at the rim. But when those shots don't fall, obviously, second chance opportunity going to generate a lot of extra possessions. And if we happen to have any defensive lapses, those second chance opportunities help bolster your defensive, analytics, and it help compensate for anything that happened on the defensive end, especially transition, fast break points and things like that of that nature. So, tell me what you think about the keys to the game. Those are offensive and defensive keys to the game. Brought to you by a homeless man riding a bike, don't got no keys. at keystothegame.com. Nah, but for real, those are keys to the game. Um, those are keys to the game. Tell me what y'all think about the keys to the game. I think those are going to be the most important things that we're looking at from that aspect. And now, I guess the only thing to do is to close out. Yeah, I might leave it on and then come back on at halftime. I don't know. It really ain't gonna be nothing to talk about unless somebody do something great. Then if somebody do something great, I'll be like, damn, I should have stayed on to talk about this shit because this shit here is real. Um, let me see. Let me look. Let me look and just check, make sure I got everything settled. Make sure we got everything under wraps over here. I used to shoot you down. Okay. Well, oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot to tell you. The Wizards, the Wizards, they have a win probability. They got a win probability that's gonna shock you. And so don't be surprised if they win. Don't be surprised if they win because their win probability is the whole mass amount of 10.4. So there's your exciting game for tonight. 10.4 win probability. And guess what that means? Guess what that means? That means that somewhere, it's an idiot that bet that the Wizards gonna win tonight. They'll probably win a lot of money if they win. And with all the stuff that's going on, all the stuff and the stuff, I just feel like, you know, how can you say that they gonna lose for sure against the Wizards on a game like 89%? What is the odds, man? What is the odds for tonight's game? Let me see. What the damn Vegas odds is for this game, man? What kind of mother Creole bull is this right here? They got the 89% betting odds against for the nice game. Let me see. Shit. Plus 17 the spread for Washington. Minus 17 the spread for Houston. 25. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all can't be serious. And shit. These motherfuckers got 93.2% matchup predictor that Houston gonna win on ESPN. So hey, tickets as low as $14, bro. Tickets as low as $14. With a nosebleed, that's an earbleed seat. Goddamn, you get them tickets. You get them tickets. Your ears gonna pop. Goddamn, you come down out there, your ears gonna be popping. You gonna have to chew bubble gum to even get up there. You chewing bubble gum like you on the airplane trying to get up trying to get up to that seat. And then it's probably behind the backboard. So you looking at the shot clock the whole time somebody trying to shoot free throws. All you can see is the back of the shot clock wiring and shit. You leave that mug, you done figured out how to wire up shit. You can see you can see all the back of the backboard, the red rowdies back of their heads and shit over there. You like, damn, I know all the back of these niggas' heads, man. You'll be sitting in the most disrespectful spot in Toyota Center if you buy that ticket for $14, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, they gonna have you sitting up this motherfucker. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you where you gonna be sitting if you get a $14 ticket. This is where you gonna be sitting. Hold on. Nah, not right there. This right here. Hold on. Let me get this right here for you so y'all can see. I want you to know where you're gonna be. Here you go. Here you go right here. Oh, here you go. Here you go right here. Here you go. Bang. That's where you're gonna be sitting at. You go, oh no, that's Indianapolis. That's the wrong one. Here you go. You're gonna be sitting out here if you go. You're gonna be sitting all the way up here if you try to get a $14 ticket, man. Yes. You're gonna be like, damn, man. They have you sitting all up this motherfucker. $14. This is where you gonna be sitting at. You gonna be you gonna be sitting you gonna be sitting all the way up this motherfucker right here trying to watch the game. Dog. Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. Y'all can't even see it. Now here you go right here. You gonna be sitting you gonna be sitting all the way up this motherfucker trying to watch the game. It's some binoculars. You gonna have some binoculars, bro. Oh my goodness. Man, nah, man. $14 a ticket, bro. Oh, oh man, I ain't never laughed so hard, bro. $14 a ticket. That's what you be sitting there right there. Here you go. Nah, but for real, you might get some tickets. You might get some shit like this. You might get some shit like this right here. Ah, bam. Right there. Sitting up this motherfucker in the back. You can look at Whale in the back. Oh shit. All right. Let's see. 7:58 this game finna come on. Look, I appreciate everybody putting up, man. Um, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Ain't nothing major gonna happen. If something major happen, I'm the guy. I pull back up and chop it up. So if something go off, y'all wanna pull up, y'all wanna tell me about it, pull up. Matter of fact, if y'all want me to stay on, I'll stay on. But I know, Buck Mo, boy, look at you, Buck Mo, boy. $14 at the game. No. Oh, nobody at the game. Yeah, no, for real. That's what it is right there. You know ain't nobody at the game when you pay $14. That's why. Tickets be hella cheap when they know that other team don't got no fans coming. That other team they're not bringing in not one seat, not one red cent. Them motherfuckers not bringing in one red cent. You on your own, Houston. I'm telling you right now. Whoever the people is for this game, and they probably was all the way up until yesterday, they probably was like 20, $25 a ticket, $25 for the lowest one. Then this morning they woke up and they were like, ain't nobody coming to see Washington. We might as well get these shits away. All we need is enough to pay the light bill. We'll let y'all come on in. Mr. Party all the time, party all the time. My son wants to party all the time. Look at that. They know they're not finna get nobody in here. But look, I'm finna get ready to watch the game. If something jump off, something amazing happen, you know what I do? I'll even leave the stream on and I'll you know, do like I do, put some music on or whatever. And if something happen, I'll just pull up and chop it up with y'all or whatever. Just say whatever I gotta say randomly, and then whatever it is. Um, but I don't really see nothing major happening. I don't really see nothing major happening. But with that being said, You better know what you heard. Appreciate everybody coming in. Buckmo, appreciate you coming in. Archon, you're a real one, brother. Both of y'all. OGs, Amir Moore. Salutes to you, fam. Salutes to you, fam. Appreciate you becoming a regular, man. Appreciate you becoming a regular. Oh yeah, Rob Cortez. Rob Cortez coming in with the stat line. Rob Cortez got the scouting report on Cam Whitmore today. He said all you gotta do is pump fake the ball at him. That nigga gonna jump in the passing lane. Shout out to Rob Cortez coming in with the Tombot. Everybody who came in, who hit the subscribe, I appreciate you hitting the subscribe. Everybody who came in and hit the like, I appreciate you hitting the like button. With that being said, stay tuned in, stay locked in, stay lit, stay on red alert. Yeah, signing off.
I'm your host, Hope Champion, and this has been another exciting edition of Red Alert Rocket Zone. If you haven't already, make sure to like